Really interested to see this morning how strong this is given where we are. And I already talked about this a couple days in a row, but I'll cover it again before we wrap up at some point in a slightly higher time frame chart. This sort of 60-ish area into overnight low. Kind of interested to see if we just can't even break under there. Obviously, I prefer we actually just would break under there because that could loosen us up. Sign of strength either way. I don't get to pick what happens with the market, but holding back inside of here is in general just a sign of strength. That's probably going to bring some more boredom. I would imagine if we stay in here more than, a couple days or something, that could put a damper on volatility and things like that. It's just kind of how those structures work. Meanwhile, if we were to break back under, 25, that could bring more volatility back in. All right, so we did come back into that 60 area, even getting a little bit lower, no sort of big deal. So a couple things about this here. We've got a VWAP that is coming off yesterday's low. The way these are built, they actually have a bit of a built-in buffer. So it gives you a sign of trend, let's say, sign of strength. This is not going to get cleared off this chart until we're getting below it by a certain distance. And then we've got, obviously, another one coming off today's low. We have not even tested this. What does this tell me, at least intraday? Well, obviously, we are trending pretty hard here off that general area. Initially, when we got in here, we did try to respond a couple times, got down into that anchored VWAP from that low, and had a pretty strong bid out of this area. This is what is lighting up these bars quite a bit brighter here. We got back to the high, only stalled for a couple bars into this area we were having trouble with earlier, and ever since then, really just been in a grind. Sellers just zero traction even when we are getting into some areas of resistance. Getting fairly late here, so we'll see how the rest of the day plays out, and we do have some data tomorrow at 8:30. We will see if that brings in any volatility.